Welcome back to the IBSP. Here's your host, Boxing New.
Tim Bradley caught hating on Canelo, just a fanboy for Terrence Crawford. And look, let's break it down honestly and objectively as possible. And Tim the Hater Bradley is at it yet again. Somebody get this man his helmet. Tim Bradley has come out and stated to Canelo Alvarez, do not run from Terrence Crawford. He states, and I quote, Canelo, don't run away from this. You already ran away from the Benavidez fight. You don't care about what people have to say about you anyway, about the fact that you didn't take that fight. You're walking around Mexico and you obviously don't care about what people think about you not taking that fight. Make the fight with Terrence Crawford. That's a fight that everybody wants to see you take, and it's going to give Terrence Crawford the opportunity to show you and show the world his greatness. Now, if you talk about a guy holding some nuts, that man is holding Terrence Crawford's nuts. It doesn't give Canelo an opportunity to show the world his greatness. It gives the world an opportunity for Canelo to show Terrence Crawford's greatness. How are you holding another man's nuts this long? You ought to be ashamed of yourself, Tim Bradley. You really are. I mean, Tim Bradley's calling in to order a Terrence Crawford's Meat Lovers pizza right now. This man's disgusting. He goes on to state that everybody is talking about the weight. Oh, he's going to knock him out. When was the last time Canelo knocked somebody out? Y'all can quit with that. He's going to knock out Crawford stuff. Canelo is the same height as Terrence Crawford, 5'8". Canelo started at 147. He's not a natural 168-pounder. So Tim Bradley does everything in his power to justify why this fight is actually a good matchup. It's not a mismatch, and Canelo should take the fight. And if he doesn't take the fight, he's implying that Canelo would duck it. This is what Tim Bradley's saying, sitting up here kissing ass. But on the same token, Tim Bradley has said when Canelo fought Jermell Charlo that was a complete and utter mismatch. Yes, Tim Bradley said that. And let me break it down. First off, he said that this is a mismatch. How will you go up 2 weight classes? So he's talking about Jermell Charlo moving up 2 weight classes to fight Canelo. Doesn't make sense. That's a mismatch. Terrence Crawford's going up 2 weight classes to fight Canelo. But you're not calling that a mismatch. You got a handful of his nuts. But I digress. Let me keep going. Then he goes on to state that, hey, Jermell Charlo's been hurt by guys at 154 pounds, and you're going to go up 2 weight classes? Do you think he's going to be able to take a punch from a bigger guy? Now, in this scenario, he's saying Canelo Alvarez is a bigger guy. At first, he said Canelo Alvarez is not a natural 168-pounder. Now he's saying Canelo's a bigger guy. But what's funny is he said Jermell Charlo's been hurt by guys at 154. Timmy, dumbass, Terrence Crawford has been hurt by guys at 147. 147, Timmy! Are you paying attention? Put your helmet back on and think. Come on now. I mean, this guy's not making any sense. And then the last part of his statement is really what body bags him. He goes on to state that anybody that said, oh, Jermell Charlo, he's 6 feet, y'all tripping. You're not just talking about height. We're talking about boxing. That's what we're talking about. It's different. So Tim Bradley said it's not just about how tall this guy is, and we're talking about boxing is different. You can't just mention a guy's height and saying, well, Jermell's bigger than Canelo, so that makes it okay. Okay, but then prior he said, hey, Canelo, he's the same height as Terrence Crawford. That's why he's justifying the fight. They're both 5'8". So one minute you say Jermell, even though he's taller and bigger and physically bigger than Canelo Alvarez weight-wise, you're saying that, well, you know, you can't just look at that. Then on the other hand, he said, oh, Canelo and Crawford are the same height. Dumbass, you're refuting all of your points. Let's be honest and unbiased about Tim, the dumbass hater Bradley. This man is simply looking to give Terrence Crawford all the credit for fighting Canelo, and Canelo 0 credit for fighting Terrence Crawford. He gave Canelo 0 credit for fighting Jermell Charlo. This fight, I've already told you, Canelo won't get credit. Canelo's going to get hate. Canelo takes this fight and knocks out his lover. This man man is going to get on his knees and cry and hate and curse Canelo's name. And then what he's going to do? He's going to say, but he won't call out Andre Ward. I bet he won't call out Andre Ward. I bet he won't call out somebody else. He's going to go and hold another man's nuts if Terrence Crawford can't get the job done. This is what I don't like about you, Tim. This is why you got to come on the channel, find your nuts, and debate me, because I will tear your bald ass head apart. You are a dumbass and all you do is hate. Make it make sense.